Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So today I'm going to be running through my colouring plans for September 2024, and as you may be able to tell from what's in front of me, I am going to be focusing on PDFs because I have a ton and I don't get around to them often enough. And quite honestly, I looked at my folder and the last PDF I did was in May and we're going into September, so yeah, that's not good. And I'm also a member of several Patreon pages, so each month I'm getting colouring pages that I need to be colouring, basically. Not that, like, quite honestly, I just love looking at them, but yeah, I feel like I need to colour some PDFs. Yeah, because in my folder, after I've coloured a PDF, I store them in date order. So basically, I may as well just show you. One moment. Yeah, so basically I have my folder. Let me zoom out a moment. There we go. And this is the first ever PDF I coloured, so I put it in the front cover. And then they just go in order of like anything I've ever coloured, making its way all the way back to where we are, which this was the May page, which was a Camilla de Erico Patreon page, which means I am colouring them, just not very frequently. So on top here, you can see I've got a colour palette because I've had this colour palette for this page for about a month and I just haven't got around to colouring it. I think finally it's time. This is a Red Riding Hood page by Camilla de Erico on Patreon, and I randomly picked this palette out and yeah, I thought this page, because it's got the reds, it would be ideal. So I didn't have the page out first, but the palette was random for me. And also by Camilla de Erico, I have this one of Stitch from her Patreon. And yeah, if you've never gone over to Patreon, I recommend it because there are quite a lot of colouring book artists and illustrators that offer a page a month, or sometimes even two, you know. And right, next, oh, and I'm not saying I'm going to colour all of these, but these are what I have in mind for September. It's like an end of summer, beginning of autumn sort of vibes that's going to be going on. Now this next one is actually a bonus page by Kevin Teo Art from when I purchased the Astro Kawaii PDF, that's the word, I believe from Etsy, and you got some bonus pages. So this one is very summery and I need some summer colouring to end the summertime basically, because I'm not going to be colouring in sandcastle pages after like autumn winter starts, am I? I kind of do the seasonal thing. Right, next I have this page, which is absolutely amazing in my opinion. The whole book is amazing. I have the PDF version of Totem Animals colouring book by Michelle Tracy, and I got this off of Etsy, and oh my gosh, look at that. It is a grayscale book, and I printed onto grey toned paper because I thought when I add the highlights to that, is it a panther or a jaguar? I'm gonna have to Google that because there are certain animals in the cat family that I get muddled up with. Like, my brain just, you know, is it this or that? It's like the cheetah leopard. If you see them side by side, you know which one's which, but when you've only got one, you're like, So yeah, I do recommend checking her out. I don't see many people colouring her, and there needs to be, although I've had her book for probably at least a year and I have yet to colour a page, so here I am. I think it's because I want to do them justice. I mean, they are all stunning like this. Each of them is like, in the totem animal one, there is a person and an animal, and they are amazing. Next up, I find this is, it's the Alice in Wonderland, obviously. Where's my brain at? And this is from the Fairy Tale Princess colouring book by Mystic Art Mirrors over on Etsy. And yeah, I haven't, or have I? I can't remember now if I've already coloured a page in here from this book or not. But yeah, I think this one's fun. And I don't know what happened down here, if that was where it ended, because like maybe I needed to shrink the image a bit more to fit the page. I don't know, but that's fine like that anyway. And another one from Mystic Art Mirrors is from the Galaxy Girls colouring book. And yeah, this is on watercolour paper, as well as that Red Riding Hood one from Camilla de Erico was also watercolour paper. So I think I'm definitely going to, with PDFs you can use whatever, can't you? Next up we have a Lana Green Patreon page. Absolutely love her pages. Absolutely stunning. Like, I've got some off Patreon, I've got some off of Etsy. I haven't bought her books off of Amazon because the paper. I know she did originally have that better version out, didn't she? I think. I can't remember now, but I didn't get a hold of that one because I didn't know it was going to go, you know, things happen. But yeah, I'm happy to just be getting these Patreon pages at the moment because they are stunning. So I've added that one. I've literally just printed this one because yeah, I like to wait for a few pages to print off and then I do it. And next up is a page from, I'm gonna probably say this wrong, Qissy Art, Qissy Art, and I bought this off of Etsy, but it actually comes as a pack of two kind of thing. There's two versions to this image. Like, she has this hairstyle in one, and I don't have it to hand, but she has sort of like a cropped bob type of hairstyle in the other version, but I felt like colouring this one because I love that hairstyle. Next up I have this page, which, oh, this book terrifies me. I have the PDF version of Native American Mythology by Jody Bergsma. It's a Colour in Heaven PDF version available on their website, and oh my gosh, the line art in it is so difficult to read on some of the pages, but once you see it, they're stunning. And this is probably one of the more simple designs in the book. Yes, this is a simpler version. And I thought, well, that's adorable. Look at those bears in the woods with the totem pole. Is that what they call them? I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable of this stuff. I really am not. But yes, I want to, because I haven't got any pages completed in that book for the obvious reason as they terrify me. So I thought I'll put it in the pile and hopefully. Right, next up I have this PDF. It's from the Colour in Heaven Art Nouveau Angels special. This I also have as the PDF version because when I first started getting Colour in Heaven, obviously there was a lot of books already out and already out of stock. So when they came out with like PDF versions for several of the back issues, I was like, yes please, but now I have lots of uncoloured. And when I was doing my Colour in Heaven sort of Colour in Heaven in August, I completely forgot that I own PDF books. Yes, completely flew out my mind. So that is why I've included a couple of Colour in Heaven ones in this month's sort of plans. But yeah, I said who this was by, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. Angela Sasser. I said Art Nouveau Angels. Yeah, this issue was by Angela Sasser. I've not heard of her actually. Like, the name doesn't sound familiar to me, but it's beautiful, and so are the other illustrations in that book. So last but not least, from what I have picked, is also a Colour in Heaven PDF version, and that is World of Anime Special, and the illustrations in this book are from artists at Collateral Damage Studios. I'm not actually sure who the artist was, but yeah, isn't it adorable? This is probably either my favourite or second favourite in the whole book. It's like, it's hard to choose, but you know when you're just like, oh, I love that page, but then you go to another one and you're like, I love that one too. Yeah, this one's like they're taking a photo, which if you've ever watched like an anime or something, or any Japanese like TV drama, somewhere along the lines, if it's got a high school in it, the people end up in one of these photo booths, and like they edit their photos and make them all nice and everything. And yeah, that's what I think they're doing here, because you have like the camera and the save file, and yeah. But yeah, it looks fun. It's a different layout for a image, I think, having all the things around it. So hopefully I'll get through some of those. Some of them are easier than others, and yes, some of them I'm obviously not going to get around to all of them because I don't colour this many pages in a month. I don't even know how many there was. Let me just count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It doesn't sound that bad, but I'm slow at colouring, and the most in a month I've ever coloured I think was 15 pages, and that was not difficult pages. Like, a lot of those were simplistic pages. I'll put it this way, I'm getting to the end of the month and I think I have 6 pages coloured, and I might get one more finished by the end of the month. But yeah, maybe 2 at a push. Depends how I feel in colouring tomorrow. But yeah, this video might even go up at the end of the month, so yeah, I might have had a colouring page completed by now. So yeah, if any of these illustrations you would like to see me colour, then just pop a comment down below, and yeah, I will see about that. I won't be doing a poll to see, like, to choose a book or anything for a video. I will just be picking a page myself. I think maybe if there are several comments asking to see the same page, I will just do that one. But yeah, I hope you are going to have a colourful September. I hope I am, because sometimes you plan these things out and then it all goes out the window. Plus I have some new books on the way. Yay! Gotta wait for them to arrive from several places though, because I made an Etsy order. So I've got a couple of books coming from far away, and then I am waiting also. I've ordered some KJ Design by Karen shiny watercolours. So I'm looking forward to those as well. Lots to look forward to. I haven't bought like new supplies in a while. I've bought like the newest Colour in Heavens and that, but I haven't gone out of my way to order anything for a while, so it's like happy mail, come my way, please. So yeah, let's have a colourful September, and I hope to see you in a future video. Take care, goodbye, and see you next time.